Today, the band we've been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting for a while.
And I'm here for my first interview at South by Southwest with one of my favorite acts on the Philly scene.
They call themselves Jatan.
Trust me, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life, but look up this band. Jutaun.
Jatan. Jatan!
It doesn't make any sense on radio, but I would literally throw myself at your feet right now. That was amazing. Today, the band we've been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting.
Check. You guys hear us?
Wondering, we're getting
Do
a
you
mic
guys
check.
hear
mic
us?
check on the internet. Can you hear?
Mic check.
Can you hear
Hopefully.
us?
All right, go back to my shot, please.
Do you hear us? Can you hear us
All
now?
right. Everybody should be able to hear now. Let us know if you can hear us. We had a little glitch with the software. We're multi-streaming to different platforms. But again, it's our release day, so we're happy. We're happy that everybody's here.
They can hear us.
Yeah, they said it sounds good. Okay,
Nice.
cool. All right, good. We're ready to go. So thank you guys for being here. Again, share the video, hit the like button. Whatever you're watching on, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, we are streaming to all three of those simultaneously. We just wanted to talk about the song. We got a song come out today. It is a cover of a song that we've been doing for a long time.
Long time. I was thinking about
Kyle
that.
said, "Can hear the beard."
The beard. Can hear the beard.
Can hear the beard.
Shout out to Kyle, man. Kyle's been following
Indeed.
us for a long time. But I got in the building today. We had a few of the guys couldn't be here. Some stuff going on. But I got Simone with me, of course. The coolest Asian in the game. Look at Steve
Deuces.
doing his thing. I see you.
we out
He
here.
on
I
it.
see you.
He on it.
So and of course on that bottom square you got the big brother, but he's everybody's big brother,
That's
right, Steve?
That's right.
He's Jake, the preacher, the teacher, the people reacher, Jacob Eugene Evans III over there. And
I feel like my dad when I do that.
well,
Which
will
one?
you do that? And then we
No,
got
this is your dad right here.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say
the double point.
I know,
the double
but
point.
that's what he does. But I'm just saying, even doing that, because I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, we also got, our favorite.
No, almost. There we go. Talking all that
Okay, there we
smack.
go.
Just
There
talking
we
all
go.
that
There we
smack.
go.
Greetings. Hi, everyone.
So we got our keyboard brother, background vocals, acoustic guitar,
Cheers.
and now he's producing today, and he's living his college
I'm
dreams
so
right
excited.
now.
Rockland
He
Community.
just drank that coffee with his pinky up.
That's right. You got to be dignified out here.
I was thinking about this earlier when I knew it was going to be just us and Steve, and I was like, this is like season. I would give that season 4 Jatan, right?
Okay.
When Steve came in,
Yeah, when it was just Steve.
just Steve.
Because season 1 was It's Been a Long Time. Season 2 is How Bad You Want It. Season 3 is Say It, right? No, so it would be more than that. Season 4 is MTV. Love Changes Things,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
I would give season 5 to Stephen Carter, the first iteration, that whole BAM season, right?
For sure.
But then after that, when we were doing the casinos and we brought it back, and Steve was the only one who made the cut for a while because Carter was busy. Remember?
That's right, he
That's
was.
that's
He was.
season 5, right?
Yeah.
That's season 5, Jatan. Yeah. So and then
You're a main character, bro.
he definitely is.
You're a main character.
I love it. I love this thing, man. It's the best. It's the best ever.
Oh,
I can't
Jordan.
believe it.
Jordan said he's ready to join.
All right, here we go. Let's put it to
See
the
if,
test.
check to see if he clicked the link.
Got it.
You see him on there?
The dashboard is clear.
Okay, so we'll see if Jordan and Carter will be joining us in a little bit to talk about the record. So we're trying to bring them in via technology. So hopefully that all works. But yeah, man,
Kyle said Steve from BAM.
Steve from BAM.
I would say Steve from Blue Light if I had to go ahead and claim something.
You're Steve from Jatan.
That's
okay?
right. I'm
Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
from Jatan.
And
I love
that's all there is to it.
Indeed. You know, it's interesting because that whole BAM thing was a fun ride for sure.
Yeah.
And then interesting, but I always think about the Craigslist ad was definitely
Put the
the
camera on
catalyst.
yourself, bro, when you're
That's what-
talking.
Sorry, Craigslist ad was definitely the catalyst. But my man Moon over here, he put a Facebook status. I think I called somebody.
Didn't you make the Craigslist ad too?
I made the Craigslist ad also.
Oh, interesting. That's so
Moon was our
interesting.
musician recruiter back in the day.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, 15, 16 years now. What's it been? 11.
Has it been that long?
No, 2010. 2010 was when we did the NBC,
So 14.
14.
when we did the Today Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So almost 14.
Almost 14.
That's still a
So
long time.
technically, isn't that more than any other thing?
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely, for
Yeah.
sure.
So you're officially.
you're Steve
this
from
is your
Jatan.
story. We are your story. Dude.
I'm
Like,
into
let's-
it. That's in the bio line.
We are your story and you are ours.
Yes.
though. Yes, that's right.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Again, guys, if you're in there, make sure you guys drop some comments. Shout out to Theris and Lynette on YouTube. She said, "Love your song." Theris said, "Hey, Steve, you be getting it in."
You be getting it in, Steve.
Theris said, "Hey, Pastor."
What's up?
She's talking to Jake, by the
Only
way.
she calls me pastor. But
But yeah, we just had a new song come out. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but it's a cover of a classic song called "In Your Eyes" by Peter Gabriel. And you know, in honor of the new release, here you could bring. Oh, I'll bring this up. I didn't even show you how to bring up my my stuff here. So in honor, okay, got the Young Lion logo. I didn't bring up the stream.
Can I read Kyle's comment?
Sure, read Kyle's
Which
comment.
is another good memory. He said, "I always love the memory of seeing you guys sing with BAM at the Gamble and Huff street name
You're kidding me.
with the grumpy security guard."
There was a grumpy security guard.
That's crazy.
Because he was trying to get in. Kyle was trying to get in, right? And he couldn't get in at
Oh.
first.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
but that was a good moment.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, you sang. You played Me and Mrs. Jones in front of the original singer
Not a
and got
clue.
a standing O.
My favorite memory of that is I remember saying to you guys, "Man, they really like that song."
He had no clue that was
The dude who wrote it, the dude produced it, the dude who sang it, all in the room at the time that I got to play it.
and got a standing O.
It's pretty awesome.
And had Billy Paul come up to him and say it was a hell of a job.
Yeah.
So I think one of the greatest / hardest things for you has been the cultural shift, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, like
What do you mean by the culture shift, Jake?
I mean, he comes from the
A white
I sure
Christian.
do. I sure do.
white
Comes from a white
a
jam
white
band.
not just that, but he comes from white church background. You know?
Absolutely, for sure.
Army.
Salvation Army.
Brass bands. Brass bands instead of keyboards, for sure. Trumpets instead of...
Like I remember when we had to do stuff for Freddie, like, and he really getting into the R&B, and it's like, you're like, yo, I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah, I say that to my daughter when she struggles with something at school. I go, listen, you know when Daddy goes on trips, he didn't know how to play that music when he started playing music.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
And there was moments where you were like, I don't know if I could do this.
Still have those moments.
But I think like
It's healthy.
that's important, and it is healthy. Like I think because we do something that constantly challenges us, it keeps you sharp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think being in those constant states of like, we have to conquer this thing. It's every time we travel, it's a new battle we have to fight. And
Definitely.
And we know there's something to overcome, something to conquer. So it gives us that we don't ever have that ability of complacency. You know what I mean?
And even when you fail, like, you know, make mistakes or we fail, like we don't live up to what we think we need to live up to, you have another opportunity. Like
When you fail, speak for yourself. I don't fail. All I do is win, no matter
No
what.
matter what.
No, I'm joking. But you're right. You're right.
That was hilarious.
But I wanted to. What was I about to pull up? Oh, the website.
Before I rudely
No.
interrupt you.
It was. We had an issue with the streamer thing. So I just wanted to show the album cover there.
It's awesome.
The cool little artwork on the screen there.
Looks
So-
like an eye, guys.
It's literally Simone found a picture. So the song is "In Your Eyes," the Peter Gabriel classic that we're covering of his, and we were trying to think of artwork, and we looked at their cover, and it was like kind of a weak eyeball cover.
Yeah, that I never seen. You know, it's funny. I never saw that cover
Me either.
ever, and I
Until we
saw
looked
it. I
it
was
up.
like, that's whack.
So we figured we could make
No
it.
disrespect, by the way. No,
Whack.
no,
Peter
no dis-
Gabriel should be
Yeah,
ashamed
I
of
love you.
himself.
I love that song. It's classic.
that's whack. No disrespect.
No disrespect, though. No disrespect. But we felt like we could bring it to life a little bit more, so we found like an interesting picture of an eyeball. Moan found it online, like a really close up picture of an eyeball, and then I just put it into Midjourney and rendered it into I just said make this look like a galaxy, and this is what it spit out, and you know, it's cool. It's a cool little
It
image.
is. Great
So-
job.
This is probably the first cover we really put out besides like Christmas music. Or something.
Yeah. Yep.
And why don't we do more covers in that way? I mean, I know my answer, but
I was going to say PTSD from all the days of
The
hours and
casino
hours of
gigs.
covers.
That is part of it. I think we learned when we were doing the casino thing and we were doing 3 hours of cover music that wasn't for us. You know, like
Yeah.
we didn't get into this to do other people's music. We have something to say, and we want to put our music out there.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, like, you know, just to say that, you know, we don't ever do covers, but, you know, we're doing this one. It's because it's, you know, worthy of it, you know, worthy of stepping out of our, I wouldn't say comfort zone, but like we don't ever do it because, well, what am I trying to say, Jamie? I'm meaning that this song kind of aligns with us. You know what I'm saying?
I think I think the vibe of this song, the way it spoke to us as younger musicians, even like in the 80s, you know, and it has such an iconic feel. It has such a it's a lot like the music that we do.
Right.
I'll say, like, because it has the African
it
influence.
has a world feel.
Has a world feel. It's very very 80s sounding. And then the lyrical
message,
content
yeah,
behind it match with our vibe a lot. So I feel like it was one of those songs that we always really connected with. So when it came time for us, and you know, I wanted to show this because what really happened was we were doing the Live at 5 on 104.5 when they were doing the Live at 5 for the local artist thing. And I remember them saying, okay, you have to do one original song, you have to do one cover song.
Yeah.
And we submitted, like, I forget which cover song we submitted, but they were kind of like, nah, it's gotta be more of something that would fit our format.
Because
they're an alternative station.
We were kind of doing like an R&B flavor on whatever we did.
Yes,
You remember what we submitted?
I don't remember. I can't remember. But so then we were like, well, what could we possibly do that's like more alternative? And then we thought about it like, let's not try to do something that's so current. Let's do a classic song that we love, and we picked this one. And then the response was so amazing from it. And I think they approved it because Jeffrey Gaines had an acoustic version of it that was like playing on their station at the time. So then they could kind of like tie it to their format in that way. You know, that's the inside baseball of radio. But so we had to do this cover live on the radio with Wendy Rowland. Shout out to Wendy, man, who gave us our first like real shout out on Philly radio ever. Played by the river, you know, without us ever asking, and brought us in on Live at 5. I don't even remember how she found us, but she brought us in on Live at 5, gave us our first real shot. I have the clip right here. I want to play it. This is us doing the Live at 5 on 104.5. Look how young these dudes are here. Man, look at this. Woo wee. Let's play a little bit of this.
Well, you guys picked out a cover of Peter Gabriel, correct?
Correct.
I have very, very good vibes on this. Okay, again, the name
Shout
of
out
the
to
band
Wendy.
is Juton Live. It's all courtesy of Xfinity Live, home of new music Thursdays. Are you guys ready to roll? I don't want to rush you here. I don't want to rush the magnificence. Okay, all right. So this is Juton on Radio 104.5.
Look at Steve. Look how young Steve was.
Fun fact, I bought that shirt on the way to the recording of this, of this thing.
This was like one of the first times we did this live.
2 keyboards. Shout
Two
out to
keyboards,
Kayla.
man. Shout out to Kayla. Shout out to Jimmy Favor on guitar.
I get so lost.
You sung that with me?
I guess. I don't even remember.
Days pass in this emptiness in my heart. When I want to run away, I travel in my heart.
Travel.
But whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are. Then on my instincts, yeah, they would
Sounds so much better now.
I know.
in the grand.
Oh, we've mastered it so much more now. Like this is, like I said, this was our first time playing it.
I think we're also playing the choruses incorrectly.
I agree.
Dawn said, love the remake of In Your Eyes. It's fire.
All right, let's. I just want to go to the end so you can hear it. Definitely not playing to a click. Sped way up.
We sure did.
Go ahead, applaud, please. Please. Somewhere Peter Gabriel is silently weeping tears of joy. That was phenomenal. phenomenal, guys. I'm a little overwhelmed with you guys right now. Again, the name of the band is Jutan, and it is a little difficult.
That
but
was
if you're
Butch
looking
in the
it up,
back, huh?
Yeah, Butch.
T-A-U-N.
Shout out,
They
I'll
got
get
a show
out.
coming up at Ardmore Music Hall. They got music online. You need it. It will be a spiritual experience. They're live, they're local, and they're on Radio 104.5. Clear. Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. You hear that?
That's my favorite part of the video. That is my favorite part of the video, dude.
Hey man,
Yo.
do you hear that?
Yeah. Why does every video we do have some goofy Steve moment? It's like, hey man, did you hear that, guys?
Because it wouldn't be Steve.
Oh man, I'm forever a kid in the candy store when music is involved.
But I mean, she said something very good there. She said it would be a spiritual experience.
That's
right.
Listen to their music. And then that was Jesse who said that, who ended up showing us mad love after
Yeah.
Wendy ended up leaving and going on to other stations. She's back now working with XPN, but Jam and Jesse over at 104.5 then brought us on to Live at 5 a couple more times. And we just got a lot of love from that station. But yeah, this song I wanted to show, like, that was the start of us even trying to do
doing
this song.
Yeah.
And then it became like a staple in our show where we would do it at every show. And it's such a classic song that people love it, so
We only do a few
we only do a few.
on our live now.
But I also wanted to show a little bit of the iconicism of this, because this is kind of where it kind of blew up
This is me or us
as kids
watching TV,
watching
and
TV,
seeing this.
and then hearing this song and being like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
This is that scene, because it ends up being a lot of movies that made me fall in love with songs.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's so many movies that copied this scene throughout the history,
Yeah.
like just pay the homage to it.
It's so iconic.
So yeah, that's the Say Anything scene where he's holding up the boombox.
Yeah.
Steve,
Do we have any
Sorry.
fun facts for that?
I do have a fun fact for that.
tell us.
Because
Tell
I
us,
know
Steve.
it because you've told it before.
It's oh no, not this. I don't know about this specifically, but the iconic holding it over your head. So at my hospital job, when I bring blood back to a certain area, it would be in a square cooler.
Yeah.
And I always used to lift it above my head and sing "In Your Veins."
Oh,
Heavy
wow.
Dad joke.
Steve.
Dad
It's
joke.
terrible.
So
Don't do it
the
anymore.
fun fact was that there was a totally different song.
I'm the one that told you.
You're
that
the
fun
one.
fact. So
Yeah.
I learned that fun fact, Steve, that they actually shot that scene multiple ways, and it just wasn't working. They tried it like with him, the car radio playing a song. They tried it with like, him just standing there. They tried it with him not in front of a car, and then they tried multiple songs, and it never felt right, and then they landed on In Your Eyes, and
Oh,
then
wow.
everybody loved it from that point, and then it became the classic that it is to Say Anything. And I even paid a little homage to it with that post that I put up. I'm gonna show this real quick. And I did it. I didn't tell nobody about it. I just put this post up because I wanted everybody to like react to it, because our version is a 2024 version, right? So if I'm gonna pay some homage to Say Anything, why not do the guy standing in front of the car holding up the thing? So
I get so lost sometimes. Days pass and this emptiness fills my heart.
so it's a Tesla, and it's Elon Musk holding up a Bluetooth speaker that says Tesla
gosh.
It's a
on
big,
it.
big Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, man, that's the only way the girl could hear it from the house.
Hey, Kyle said to you, iconicism is not a word, Jamie.
Hey, man, I can make up words. It's
right.
poetic license.
Indeed.
Here, we're making up words nowadays anyway.
Yeah.
So
And we came up with some merch. I put
Hold on,
some
real
merch
quick.
together.
Janice is on here, Steve, from the hospital.
Yeah. She
Did she vouch for that story?
no, but she does say I'm entertaining at the hospital, which is facts. But the
Go ahead, go back to you, Steve.
She came to a Steel City show, the first one we did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's where we met Joy and Peace.
That's right, way back when. Wow. Pretty cool. We've worked together for a long time.
All right, let's show the In Your Eyes merch. If you guys, we didn't mention that before, but we do have merch available if everybody wants to go support the merch. I'm wearing the Grateful merch here. If you switch to their angle, Steve, we can show Simone wearing the Jatan and Grateful merch. Well, you can't see your Jatan merch, but Jake has
If
the
you
Young
can-
Lion hat on. Yeah, Look at that Jatan shirt.
Looks
Boom.
good. Nice.
Shablango.
It looks like an eclipse, but we swear we had that logo way before all the eclipse craze.
That's right.
But yeah, we have new merch here. We have the In Your Eyes line, which is based off of the album cover, and then I had to throw the boom on them.
Oh, I gotta get that.
I had to make a
so
shirt out of
good.
that.
Let me see the other one.
You want to see that? This is the other shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I might
So-
get one for Maggie.
So futuristic.
She likes the
Yeah.
that space.
Oh, this is the all over hoodie with the album cover.
Okay.
That might be mine. I might be picking that up.
The only certain people could pull that off. So I think Steve is one of them.
Steve likes wearing tie dye, so
Sure.
it kind of
Yeah,
reminds me.
and it looks like a
of-
tie dye,
That's
right?
right.
That's what I
That's
thought.
right.
Yeah, and it looks good on women. So
I got a chance.
that's a cool
Cal
one.
said, "Can we all get brewskis? Miss you guys."
Yeah, man.
100.
Bro,
Kyle.
you're too busy doing
Yeah, man.
a million shows every week. So
Yeah.
let us know when you got some time, man. We got to get up. You can come through to the studio. We can catch up whenever, man. But yeah, if you guys want to support the merch store, I actually did a couple more Grateful designs too. Here's the dad hat with the black print. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Oversized hoodie here. I did a tie-dye shirt, oversized tee. Yeah, and then all the other stuff that we had already. So, yeah, we got the In Your Eyes merch. A lot of this stuff, even though if you see a woman, sometimes it's unisex. These both are unisex. This is a unisex hoodie. Yeah, long sleeve tee, hooded long sleeve tee. I'll probably put some more together, but that was just all I could do yesterday to have it ready for the release. But
You on it, man.
yeah, so how do you guys feel about the way the song came out? Let's see if we can get Jordan on.
Yeah, nothing.
Just had me on waiting to join. You didn't see him at all? Get on there. Try it one more time, Jordan. Try to get on there one more time.
I remember the day we recorded that song, Jamie. And
Okay.
I remember I was under the weather and I'm like, I don't want to do this, but it was like the only time. Is that him?
Oh, I hear you, but I don't see you.
I'm working on.
What's up, brother? Well, you gotta blame it on Steve. He's controlling things. He's trying to figure it out. So joining us live via the technological 2024, future is our
That's stumping Steve right
yeah.
now.
Steve is still.
It won't let me drag it.
All right, let me try it. Let me do it. Put it on them, Steve.
All right, so while we're waiting for that, yeah, I remember the day we went to do this. I did not want to do it because I was under the weather. So there's certain parts in that song that I'm always like, I could have did better, could have did this better, could have did that better. So for me, I'm always like,
Oh, that's how you feel when you listen to it
yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm always like, could have. I didn't want to do that like that, but that's all that came out that day.
Right. Yep.
So I don't know. That's how I always think about songs when I'm singing lead.
Well, you're definitely always, always harder on yourself.
Yeah.
When you hear yourself. But I think it's great. I listen to it, and
There he is.
Hey.
What up? Hey, I am.
Oh, we got an echo.
Got an echo.
I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that. Don't you worry.
What's up, Jordan?
Maybe I gotta mute the. I don't know what I gotta do. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, live stream?
I don't know.
Technical difficulties. Hey, Brittany. What's up, Britt?
Who's Brittany, Steve?
Brittany is also a coworker of mine from way back in the day.
Wow.
Showing some love.
She hasn't seen us live yet, but I think she might be coming out to the next one.
Yeah, July 29th, 27th.
I believe so.
Yeah, we gotta keep talking about that. Like 27th City Winery.
I don't understand a thing
So-
you're saying.
Yeah, so we'll wait for Jamie.
All right, talk now, Jordan. Let me see.
Okay, I'm talking now.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, you know who's in charge here.
He is in charge. He's making it work.
So humble
Well, what would we do?
for a Klondike bar.
Yes, look at you go.
So since we got you, Jordan, how do you feel about how the song came out?
You can make him bigger if you want.
Preferably your guitar part.
Well,
We kind of touched.
Yeah,
We kind of touched a little bit into it.
I'll just hit that and it'll go.
Oh, what do you feel? What do you feel is the reason why we do this song? Because we were just talking about like how we rarely ever do covers anymore. When we do a show, it's there's only a handful of covers that we do. Why do you think that in your eyes is, from Jordan's perspective, what do you think? Mm-hmm. Right.
Accepting all
Yes,
I've done and said. I want to
Wanna
stop and stare again.
Oh, Kyle saying we can't hear Jordan. Let me see.
Huh.
So we can hear him, but the audience can't.
So we can hear them, but they can't. Okay. Uh-oh.
We're making it work. We're trying our best.
So while we're waiting to hear Jordan. Yeah, so those... I mean, we could talk about the lyrics, period. We didn't really talk about the lyrics, but that's what touched me about the song. Of course, the feel, the melody. I love all that. But yeah, that bridge, that's not in every version, but we felt to put it in that because it just, like you said, it adds another layer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the song is 7 minutes long.
It's short for us.
But
To me, it makes it better, dude. Like,
Agreed.
I actually like when I first heard the song. It wasn't until my later life that I heard that version. I actually heard the live version when he did it, and I was like, man, this is so awesome. It's not on the record that I heard. Yeah. So it made me kind of fall in love with the song even more. Because it went deeper, like Jordan said.
yeah, I mean, I don't know his perspective on it, but to me, a song is redeemable. I'll say I'll put it in those words where you can take it and bring life to it in the way you perceive it. Perception versus perspective. So for me, that song is literally what God does for us, right? How he works to us. Like we gotta come to him, right? In a way where we acknowledge that we are not, that we make mistakes, that we mess up, that that we don't do things perfectly. And we have to come in that way. We have to recognize when we've messed up or when we can't handle something, when we can't do something ourselves.
Accepting all the things that I've done.
Yep.
I want to stop.
I want to stop and stare. And that staring is literally like we're staring at him. There's a part. There's a scripture in Revelations that says his eyes are burning flames. Right? So it's like even staring, meaning speaking about Jesus. But staring at him, we don't see God, right? But we see him through the word. So what was his intention for what he wrote? That has to take us out of ourselves instead of us wanting to make it make sense so that we can stay where we are. We change that to say, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I stand. And then we can have him show us, right? But that takes us to get out the way. Again, it takes us to, I want to stop and stare again, accepting all I've done. It
Till there's nothing left.
Till there's nothing left. So that burning, that's a burning, like to me, you know what I mean? It's that burning burns away all the things that we thought we had to do. You know, so
let Jordan chime in. Let's see if his audio is working.
Let us know if y'all can hear Jordan.
We hear you. I just want to make sure everybody else can hear you. Let us know if you guys can hear Jordan. But in the meantime, you guys want to play the song?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
They still can't hear Jordan.
Still can't hear Jordan. Okay.
Say something. Say something.
Say anything. This is an exclusive.
I get so lost sometimes. Days pass and this emptiness fills my heart.
bobbleheads anymore, Kyle.
Is it weird that my favorite part is the last 3 seconds of the song?
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. When you do
I
it
know.
live on the radio, I love it.
Kyle
Yeah.
said we look like bobbleheads.
So
Rows of bobbleheads.
Jamie was trying to get the sound worked out. How about Jordan? Can we hear Jordan now?
Can y'all hear Jordan?
Can the audience hear Jordan? Let us know if you guys can hear Jordan. Dawn said, just bobbing heads. LOL. Now it's on. Did they not hear the whole song was going?
Yeah. I
No,
mean, it
no
was
way.
there, but then it went away.
What's up, Danielle?
Still no Jordan.
Still
one
no
more time,
Jordan.
one more time. Jordan,
more.
Kyle said one more time. Kyle wants us to run it back, baby.
Yeah,
I mean, if the sound bus went out, but it's just crazy. Like, why aren't we hearing? We hear Jordan, but they don't hear Jordan.
Yeah, well, strange.
yeah, strange. It's a strange.
Nobody heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We heard it.
I got to figure out what's going on. Melina said, "Hey yo, what's up,
Hey,
Melina?"
yo.
Yeah. All right, let's run it back. I'll see if I can figure out this Jordan. Look, it's release day, man. We got to play the record.
That's right, gotta play
Let's
the
run it
record.
back one more time. Here we go.
To watch them bob their heads.
Yeah, not the whole thing, but
Hey, we can run the whole thing if we want to.
That's right.
Kyle said it's the Democratic Party. they getting at us for talking about the stuff we talk about. Jeffrey said it's the demonic party.
I get so lost sometimes.
We're switching over podcasts right now.
Days pass, and this emptiness fills my heart.
hey,
When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. But whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are. Then all my instincts, they return, and the grand facade.
Got Steve on camera, sitting like Jabba the Hutt.
I reach out from the
I'm just kidding.
In your eyes, the light, the heat in your eyes, I am complete. I see the doorway. There's 1,000 churches. The resolution of all my foolish searches.
Kyle said, not
I feel the
Jabba.
light and the heat. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes.
Jordan Damiani.
Mom said that's not right, Simone. I don't know what Kyle.
come on, man. Jabba the Hutt.
say?
Totally gonna clip the three of them bobbing their heads to the
all
song.
I've done and said. I wanna stop and stare again till there's nothing left of me. Oh, it remains all in your eyes. Whatever comes and
Jordan plays some air guitar.
I will hear your silent call. I will touch these tender walls till I'm whole again.
Shout out to Mikey on the drums.
In your
Here it is.
oh yeah, oh
I do like that ending.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty dope.
Hit that space bar, Steve. Yeah. All right, Jordan. Let me see if we got you now.
Can't hear the audio over Jordan being Mr. Chatterbox over there.
Jordan. Can let us know in the chat if you can hear Jordan. See if I was able to fix this. Please.
I don't think.
Dawn said can't hear Jordan, but the facial expressions are great.
Still can't hear Jordan?
I have a woohoo sounds great. Hi Jordan from Chrissy Nelson, but I'm not
So
seeing-
Jordan, talk real quick. Let me hear something. Let me see. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if it's going to.
We know you joking, Kyle.
Yeah, still can't hear him.
What is going on?
Dawn loves your facial expressions though. Yeah.
Listen, this is what happens when you go live, especially when you use stuff you don't normally use.
Yeah.
That's right.
But we do have. He said he'll just do a bunch of facial expressions for Dawn. Dude, but it's crazy that we can hear him.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Really weird.
That almost looked like all. There you go. You did something different. I was gonna say, it was almost all the same ones.
Yeah. And it seemed like they could hear him when we brought him in, and we were getting the double sound.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, put it back and then see. We just got to deal with it. Maybe they can hear him.
Solo
Sorry,
shot.
you guys do your thing.
Wait, see if you guys can hear him now.
Yeah,
Can
so
you hear?
can you
Talk
hear
now,
him now?
Jordan.
Let's see if it works now. I don't know. It sounds crazy over here, but it's okay.
Sounds crazy on your end.
No comments yet if you can be heard yet.
Can you hear
Uh,
the Italian guy on the
hear me?
screen?
Now
Ooh,
we
now
can
we
hear
can
him.
hear him.
Okay.
Thank
So
you,
we need the
Jess.
echo.
Echo works.
So
I'm
I
trying to
gotta
see if I
explain.
can eliminate the echo on our end.
Interesting.
Listen, love you guys. If I don't have to be.
You
No,
are live,
they-
Jordan. We
they
got
can,
you.
They can hear you now, Jordan.
Hey, well,
Hey.
all right then.
That's right.
I'm happy to be a
Say
part.
hi to the
Love that,
people.
buddy.
So
Love
Jordan,
everybody. I'm glad you're enjoying.
let me ask you a question, Jordan. So when you hear that song and you hear like the guitar and the stuff that you played on there, do you, because Jake was talking about earlier how he remembers the session, he remembers feeling like he wasn't feeling so well, and so he feels like he he kind of cringes a little bit when he hears the song because he wants to do the vocals over. Do you get that same feeling on your guitar parts, like your solos and stuff like that?
Oh, 100% of the time. So what's good is that um, you, first of all, I trust your judgment
Here,
for
here.
when I give you, like we've talked about before on the podcast and different things, where it's like when I give you um, the building blocks of all the different recorded takes,
Yeah.
and you're able to go back, and I'm like, you know what, you'll choose what makes musical sense in here, and I can trust you with that. We also just have the natural limitations of the fact that typically I only have time to do like one session of any of these songs. Um, so it's not like we have days and days and days where I can obsess over every detail. So it's an automatic like I'm done. I can do my few takes and then that's it. And I can't go back and mess with it anymore. And I got to be fine with how it is. And it can be good because otherwise I would absolutely obsess with things and do them over and over and over and but the fact that we really only just have like one quick session to do these things lets me kind of like do it and walk away and let it be what it is and we can move on with our lives. Because otherwise, I would be doing way too much.
Yeah. So just like, for me, for the vocals, like I have to trust that Jamie's gonna let me know, like, yo, we need to do this part over.
Right.
And if he doesn't tell me, then I'm like, all right, I trust you.
Yeah.
Because for I know, and Steve, you probably feel the same way. Like, you're always like, oh, I could have did this better. I could have did that better. Sometimes even mistakes. I can't tell you how many times, like, I did something that I normally don't do, but then that's what ends up on the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
It's that raw
or we're
organic.
like, somebody does something and we're like, oh, we like that. Do that again.
Yeah.
And it's just something we never practice because we don't go into the studio and just do whatever. We practice these songs a lot before we do them.
There's a structure before we go.
Yeah, we don't like. There's people who work in the studio. They create a song in the studio. We do that in rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go over things in rehearsal. So when we get in the studio, we know what we're doing. We kind of have a feel for what we're doing. But then it doesn't just become there's room to play off of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say for guitar, there's tons of improvisation in the studio, especially if it's stuff like this. And it helps that because I could just improvise. You can just kind of improvise forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it helps, like you said, to have somebody there going like, no, I think we got it. I think we got it. Like he's listening and hearing, like, all the pieces you're giving him, and to trust to that process and say like, all right, he says he hears the pieces that he needed to hear, and I mean, it's not like if I have an idea, he's not going to let me do it, but I'll just throw like idea after idea out,
Right.
and we'll see where it goes, and it's kind of fun to hear what after the fact to hear what comes of that hybrid situation because you're like, I wonder what he chose out of what I did.
Yeah.
I wonder how he put this together. And
It's
pretty
funny.
cool.
We were filming that that little skit that we did. I don't know if you saw that in the studio the other night where we were like, oh hey, didn't see you there. We were like pretending we were filming the recording session for the song, and I opened up like the just whatever session we had on the computer, which was the one where we recorded the first vocals. And it was before I had edited any of your guitar parts. So it was interesting to go back and see like the stuff that you had played that I kind of like moved around. So I was like, oh, that didn't go there. Oh, I moved that somewhere else. Because I'll forget about all of that, and so to then see it and be like, to hear it, I was hearing it in the session last night and then hearing like that pre-chorus line. It was one of the takes that you did, but it wasn't the one that we used on the record. So it's just interesting to go back and hear that stuff and remember like, oh, why I made those choices. I think one of the beautiful things about our version of this song is that honors the original feel, but it has its own vibe. Like especially with the guitar, like those heavy power chords in the chorus and like that pre-chorus line is so much more driven the way you played it. It's kind of like a lead, you know. It's not just kind of like, I don't know, on his record it's there, but it's kind of like a background element. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's interesting because like just with my kids, like I'm always playing our music in the car, right?
Yeah.
So it starts out, our music always starts out in recording it off of our phone in rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
So my kids get used to hearing that, right? Even though, and then it becomes a recording, right? So
which is going to be different.
Which is going to be different.
Yeah.
But then they're like, they'll tell me like, oh, I like that. I like this, right? But then they get used to that recording, you know, and hearing, because we play these songs over and over. Where Jamie's tweaking them, so we hear it over and over again, right?
Yeah.
And so naturally, my kids hear it over and over again. So it was funny when I say, oh, yeah, the song's getting released. They're like, it wasn't released. They don't even understand that because they've been hearing the song.
They've heard it 1,000 times for months.
Right.
So they're like, wait, what do you mean being released?
Yeah. So then when they get and then I showed them the original, and they're like, no, I don't like it. Because
you showed them Peter Gabriel's version.
I showed them Peter Gabriel's version, and I love it.
Right.
You know, but for them, they're so used to our version that they don't even like it.
Yeah.
They're like,
I wonder if Peter Gabriel's kids experience the same thing. Man.
Probably. If they heard our version, they would probably be like, nope.
Yeah.
The same
And that's
thing.
how you know it becomes more what you're familiar with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I remember that back in the day, like, because we came up, there would be a lot of covers of classic songs that we, you know, as a kid, you don't know it's a cover.
Yeah.
And then you hear the original and you feel like, I don't like that as much.
Right.
Because you
But not all the time. Sometimes you're like, oh, this is the original?
Yeah.
This is way better.
Right.
But a lot of times, you're just so used to hearing it that way.
Yeah, I remember like killing me softly, the Lauryn Hill version, and then I heard the Roberta Flack version. And I was like, this sucks. But now I love that version. It's a great song, you know. But as a kid, you're like, it's not the same. Yeah. One time. You're like, you fall in love with it. Yeah. But yeah, no. You know, it's interesting, the evolution of even going back and watching. Let me put it back on myself when I'm talking. Even going back and watching that first time we did it on 104.5. I don't know if you saw that, Jordan, when we were watching that.
Yeah, I saw some of it. Yeah.
Okay, like you can hear how much it has changed.
Yeah.
and like how much more we actually know the song. I think we didn't really even know the song like we thought we did back then, you know.
Yeah.
And now we
cool,
kind of. I mean, you were singing wrong lyrics. We were playing wrong chords in the chorus.
Yeah.
You know.
That was cool though.
Yeah. I mean, Wendy loved it.
Yeah.
She said it was a spiritual experience. No, what did she say? I'm in awe of you guys.
Said amen.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that?
Amen. Did you hear that?
Did you hear that, guys? Let's put it on. Let's get it on Steve. Hey, did you hear that,
I love
guys?
it, dude. Music. You see me. I say it all the time. Happy to be part of the project. It's just absolutely.
So you guys have been following this song for a while though. Have you seen interviews or anything with Peter Gabriel as far as him talking about what the background of this song?
I've never.
Inspiration?
I've
What
heard
about
him
you
talk
guys?
about like the feel of the song and the inspiration in terms of music, the musicality, but I have never heard him talk about the lyrics,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Yeah, because the lyrics feel like there's such a meaning to them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, when you think,
And
I sing the song all the time, so, you know, just doing it. So everything you say, it starts off with love.
yeah,
I get so
I
lost
get so
sometimes.
lost sometimes. Yeah.
And it's literally about learning how to love, right?
Mhm.
And I come back to the place you are. Like that's the point.
Yeah.
Like I get lost.
Then
but
all my instincts
they
they
return,
return.
yeah.
The grand facade so
So
soon will burn. Yeah, it's very, profound lyrically, but
Yeah.
but I don't know. I've never heard him explain what that song means.
Right. I'll say this. Like I think and I'm gonna get a little deep, but as I
Jake?
usually do.
Interesting.
Jake
Do
getting
tell.
deep.
Do tell.
But I think
Can't
like
imagine.
that we instinctually, because thinking about all my instincts, we like I think deep down inside, we yearn for what we once were,
Yeah.
or we yearn for what we've lost, right? That we don't even know we lost because that's the way we were created.
Talk
in the
about it all
beginning.
the time, man.
Like how many people always talk about peace, but yet has there ever been real peace in the has there been peace in the world?
Right.
You know, people talk about how bad they want justice, but where do you really see pure justice?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people still desire it. So why do we desire these things if we've never seen it? There's never been any society that has been an example of peace and justice, right? And love in the way in purity, right? But yet we still desire these things.
Yeah.
So there's something innate in us deeply that we yearn for. And so I'm saying that because I think in music a lot of times like we sing from that place, right? Songs come out from that place of yearning for what we don't even know.
Yeah.
Kyle said Jacob Evans 2024. Put him on the ballot.
Put him on there.
Put him on the ballot.
What is that even?
I don't know.
He's saying run for president.
Say run
dude.
for president, bro.
Man, you be up there speaking.
But you guys get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, that's
Jake.
not,
Of course.
We get you.
Every
Yeah.
time
Well,
I
we
play.
think we have tons of. Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Jordan. You got it.
Well, I was just gonna say we have tons of situations like you guys have kind of mentioned before, like with different songs that open up, like kind of regardless to an extent of what the original person's intent was, we hear different insight and we hear different, whether it's insight or different angles or meanings or whatever you want to say from the lyrics that maybe if they heard us talking about it they'd be like, yeah, that's what I meant, or they would say like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's not what I meant. But if
Because
it gives us
God's
something,
in everything, man.
yeah, but if it gives us something, yeah, like we've talked about, I mean, I can't even
Yeah.
count how many songs we've talked, all these songs that have been almost comical sometimes when I think about songs that have like powerfully impacted like my
Yeah.
life and
Right.
relationship with God, and we're like, oh yeah, that Foreigner song?
Yeah.
It's like my constant prayer.
Yeah.
Like how many conversations we had about I want to know what love is.
Yeah, we've talked
And,
about that a lot.
Oh my God! Like these different. I mean, Jake and I had these conversations about like living on the edge.
Yeah.
Like we're like, for people to be like, really, that's the song that you guys are like deeply impacted by. You're like, when you think about it, like blah 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 blah, blah. And it's real. It just hits you in a certain way, and it's not. I like how you said it. It's like it's not necessarily things where. Yeah, I guess to follow with what you're saying, it's not always that about us seeing the full picture of it. Like we have something in us that says like, oh, there's something here that I'm like,
yeah.
that
There's something
that
missing.
this is pulling on me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we don't always know what it is, but we hear something and we're like, man, there's something about this that just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need to chew on it. It's impacting me, and I don't know why. And giving ourselves the freedom, I guess, to or the mind or the focus to dig into it and let it kind of percolate and do what it needs to do.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think as artists, like when you say artist, because we use that word loosely,
Yeah.
but I think as an artist, it's about tapping into something deep, right? And crafting something nothing, right? Out of the void.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like one of the songs with "It's Not Out."
Yeah.
We talk about
The void.
going to the void.
Yep.
Right. That's where God hears us when we go to the not the place where it's familiar, where things are all built up and nice and fancy. No, it's in the void. It's in the dark places where you actually find God, because that's where you yearn. You know, and that's artistry, because that's the place where you're vulnerable.
Right.
You know, but then you have this twisting where people bring that out. But then you have people who they appreciate that, but then they worship that. Like then it becomes like a consolation of the actual point.
Yeah.
You know, they take that as the thing. Like the person who crafted this thing, instead of where did that come from? You know what I mean? Where did those lyrics come from?
Yeah.
Where did that painting come from? What was the inspiration behind it? Right. Could be a bad place.
Yeah.
Could be a good place, right? But where did it come from? But people get so caught up in that. Oh, you did. How did you do that? Who are you? You know what I mean? Like, so then we start to worship
Ourselves.
the creation. You know, instead of looking to who inspired that.
Yeah.
So let's get Steve's perspective on the record from his standpoint, as the keyboard player,
Yeah.
as the guy who, you know,
It's playing the part.
playing the piano on there,
Yeah.
your instrument.
I remember recording it thinking, I'm the most important and least important part of the entire tune, because nothing I do is flashy or fun, but without me, all you hear is ding 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 ding. But no, in terms of like how it's affected us as a band in recording it, like I think we have an anti-cover policy that we don't have, but I like the fact that this particular song
So, wait, say that again. We have a what?
Anti-cover.
we like our songs. We like our songs. I like our songs. I like our songs for the same reason why we play this song, because this song is in the same vein of what we are saying with our music as well, and doing it in the way that we did it. We translate it live the same, like it just really enjoying the aspect of keeping it simple, but yet he kept all of my piano flares in there, which I enjoy thoroughly. Thank you, Jay.
And I honestly think that one of the unsung heroes of the song is the piano part that you're playing, because especially in the verses, like that's such an iconic feel, the way those
Yeah.
chords move, and the voicing of them, and without that piano kind of giving it that little bit of just touch in those verses, especially.
It lays the foundation,
Right.
Musically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I say melodically and harmony wise, the way you're voicing it, it lays the foundation, or chordal,
Yeah.
the chordal structure.
No, I really enjoy, especially that pre-chorus. When we do it live, because that guitar part, we use it more as a lead line.
Yeah.
It steps out a little bit more. I get to just fill space during that. I don't know. Celestial comes to mind a lot when we are in those moments, but you know, that's to bring back to what you were saying, that we improvise, like Jordan was saying, we improvise, but then at the same time it's coming from somewhere, and we produce that. I think we produce the sound we produce because of where we draw our inspiration from and how we try to spread positivity with the noises that comes from our amps and vocal cords.
Positive vibration.
Mm-hmm.
We had Carter. He just joined, and then I lost him.
Bummer.
Okay, he said he's trying again. Yeah.
Something you said, Steve, like sometimes as a musician, you want to just express yourself, right?
This one's an easy one to
You
get
said
carried away too.
you said fun, right?
Yeah.
but on the other end, fun is kind of subjective.
Yeah, no,
Right?
it's
Yeah.
true.
So, because there's a lot of musicians that they don't care.
Yeah.
They just want to have
It's
fun.
about them. Yeah.
It's about that. Yeah. So, and in anything we do,
Yeah.
you can say, "Oh, no, I'm just having fun," but
Yeah.
you're punching somebody in the face.
There he is.
I just want to have fun. You know what I
There
mean?
he is.
So, and I'm just saying that because it's all about it's all about our perspective in it,
Right.
right? And how we see it and how we go into it. Because again, without your part, it doesn't lay that foundation. It doesn't make sense,
Right.
right? It doesn't
Carter,
make
do you
sense.
have audio? Can you hear us?
I hear you.
You guys hear Carter?
Hey. Yeah,
Can
let
you
us
all
know
hear
if you
me?
hear
Can the
Carter,
audience
guys.
hear Carter?
I hear you. I hear everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, you know, a lot of musicians, they do like to, you know, show off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lay in there, you lay the foundations. That's you. You're not being selfish. You're playing that part. You're setting, you know, the whole flow of the song.
I think I have the moments when I'm crying on stage,
Which is
Yeah.
often.
which is often, are the moments where I feel like it's not me playing.
Yeah.
It's the moments where it's the gratefulness overflows, and I am just I'm having fun, but in a way that is not me producing the fun. It doesn't happen often, but I really enjoy the inspiration that this band.
Me and Jake were talking about something the other day about it was actually after rehearsal. We were talking about form and formation and how it's so important. Like when you play sports, football, for example, if you're thinking about formations and like what's the most powerful way to, you know, defend or have an offense, right? And it's the same thing with music in a lot of ways, because like you were saying, if someone in that formation, say someone on the offensive line wants to make it about them,
Yeah.
and doesn't play and doesn't know how to step out when it's their moment, but also play their part. For if right now we're doing, you know, we're doing a QB sneak, so you just need to bum rush. Right now you have to drop back and protect. Right now you just gotta pull him and pick up the guy who's trying to rush on the outside. Like if you don't play your role when you need to play your role, it can ruin the entire structure of what's happening on the field, and it's not as fun.
Yeah.
Because now
Yeah.
everything's falling apart. There's no cohesiveness.
Yeah, and it just reminds me of, you know, what Steve was talking about. Like he's just, you know, laying in there. You might not know that he's playing that. You know, that's part of the whole thing. You know, somebody who just don't understand football would just look at it. All they're doing is just stepping back, but the lineman stepping back and picking up that block is so crucial and so important. Just like how it's so important for you just to
play those chords in that verse.
Those chords.
And then when those little moments where you step out and do something flashy, it's when it's neat. It's when it's most impactful. Instead of you just being like, I'm going to play all over this. You know what I mean? And then it's like it takes away from the like we're saying, like there's a feel, there's an inspiration that like when we did that on, even though we didn't play it perfect, but when we did it on Live at 5,
yes,
Wendy loved it because there was something she felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of, you have to have a team that understands that. But I want to bring Carter's perspective in on this. Like
Fox,
I don't know if you were listening when we listened to the record, but as far as your perspective as the bass player and you've been playing the song since that show. Like we were talking about how that was their first time playing the song, and how we kind of stumbled upon it because we had to learn a cover song because they rejected our first cover song, and that ended up being the one that we landed on because it was like a compromise for us. It was a song that we loved, and it would still fit the message that we were trying to put out there through the radio waves, but it also was a great song. And, it's kind of stuck with us since then. So you knowing how the evolution of that whole thing, like what are your thoughts on the way the record came out, the process, like how you feel your bass parts, came together through all of that?
Uh, did you talk about how short moon shorts are? No, just kidding.
They can't see my
No,
shorts,
we
bro.
didn't talk about it. That's so funny.
You can see that?
The way
He said you
the
can't see
perspective
my
was coming
shorts.
up was just
Curtis, like, that's
hilarious.
the
I'm
point.
Yeah.
Curtis, like,
No.
exactly. You can't
No.
He said, "You can't see your shorts, dude."
Speaking of perspective,
He said, "I'm seeing all your perspective."
that's being in a band together, That's family level. Well, did you
That's
also
funny.
mention? Sorry, no, I didn't. Unfortunately, it's been super crazy, and I
I
haven't
know,
done too much
dude.
to listen in. But I did also like with that whole 104.5 thing, like remembering how much of a struggle it almost was to find like for the song because they're like, oh well, maybe okay, Jeffrey Gaines did do a version.
That's what we talked about.
So,
That
Yeah.
like that's that like they gave us a pass because Jeffrey Gaines had did a version acoustically one time, and it was like,
yeah. We're like, fine, we'll take it, run with it, like, because we loved it, and we were like, everyone was killing.
Right.
Even Butch at the time was like, I know, I love this one, even the kids. So we knew it was a great span. My evolution as the bass player with it, I feel like, I mean, just like you were getting at, for me, like I'm not doing anything. Well, that evolved to be for me to be doing crazier stuff in our version, but
Yeah.
originally it was very chill, very laid back. I'm very in a good groove in a pocket, and I loved it. Like it wasn't crazy, but it was groovy, and it was like the right stuff, and everything felt good. And for years we were playing it, and it was just everyone loved it because like our audience is such a wide range of age and kind and people and the kinds of music that everyone listens to, and this just really hits a lot of that every time we did it. And then one day Jamie's like, hey, after you guys played this for 6 or 7 years, we're actually going to change how we play it a little bit
to
just
match
mess
to
with
match
you guys.
to match the actual song a little better. That's
Yeah, whatever, just to play it more like a real song.
right. Right. No, it's
said
like
whatever.
it's like after 6 years of you guys playing it wrong.
Hey, is it
Since we're gonna
wrong?
record
Is
this,
it really wrong?
since
Is
we're
it
gonna
really
record
wrong?
this, let's play it right.
Is it really wrong? But no, it was a little change. Like,
Oh,
okay, there it
right.
is. And then it was still great. Like for me, at least too. Like that was a nice. Okay, adding a level to it, and I don't know. It brought a lot of life to it. Jordan coming in with the guitar, like it just started feeling way better in that new feel. And then we get to the bass evolution. Like, okay, I was playing lower octaves. I wasn't staying in the same stuff.
Yeah.
But then we get to that cool bridge bass solo that's now in there, That's
Fun.
that's that little cool Carter
Yeah.
flair, Chetan flair that evolved from the years. I mean, it's to me, like, part of what I do, like, it's part of my sound, but like, there's a lot of Chetan music where they're like, oh, bass solo, okay, like back to life or like something like that,
Listen, dude, you got to remember, we grew up with a bass soloing guy, so he bass soloed on everything. So for us, bass solos are a great thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the bass right between. That's the bass, right between Jake and me.
Well,
right
actually,
now.
this hold on, this one right here is the bass behind
there it
Steve
is.
right there. Yeah,
There it is. That's the bass. There.
yeah.
There it is. Hey, Steve.
Hey,
Hey,
Carter.
buddy.
What's up, dude? It's
Hey,
good to
buddy.
see you.
And like, Steve. Just to comment on what you were saying.
The
Never
bromance.
feel bad about my brother.
That's my brother over there.
Never feel bad. You can sit in the pocket all day in Chetan because with Carter's music, that's the show off show.
Right.
He's never fear, but you still do awesome stuff here, man. That's what we do.
And the thing about a Chetan show, for those that have been there, that every song is going to have its jam section where Steve can go crazy and do his thing.
Solo.
Jordan's going to solo. Carter's going to solo. And shout out to Mike, who played the hell out of those drums. He's not on here tonight, but I remember that session as well.
Yes.
Setting up all the mics, miking that drum kit, that yellow drum kit in our studio, miking that thing up, and I remember him after I sent you guys like the first bounce of the drums being completely edited. He was like, yo, did you bring somebody else in to play drums on that? I was like, nah, Mike, that's you, dude. He was like, are you sure, man? He thought like I was trying to play him, like I brought somebody else because he didn't remember playing it that good, you know, because I think that was one we recorded like 5 songs that day because I wanted to get all the drums done for like 5 songs, and that was the one he was the least confident about because. I kind of threw that on him at the end, like, "Yo, we're gonna do this cover of In Your Eyes. We might as well. We're recording all these songs.
Yeah,
we need to put this cover out." So I was like, "Just watch the 104.5 thing. You know how we do it. Just play it, you know." And so he was the least confident about that one, I remember. But after a couple takes, I told him, "No, we got it." And he was like, "You sure, man? You sure you don't want to do it again?" I'm like, "No, we got it, man. Trust me." And then so after he heard it, he didn't even remember like that he played what he played. So which is
he
funny.
pulled me to the side, and he was like, "Yo, you think Jamie got someone else to do drums in Your Eyes?" I was like, "Mike, no, it's you, dude. That's you
First
on
of
the
all-
drums."
First of all,
Why would somebody do it and not want?
First
to?
of all, that takes like miking up the drums. That takes so much work,
time.
effort, and time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
There is no way I'm doing all of that. And
Well, I want to chime in too and shout out to Jamie, the producer and engineer mastermind too, because listen to our records over the years, and the new records sound the drum like we said this in the studio after we played I think this song or release or some of the ones we've been putting out, and I'm like, these drums, it's a combination. Mikey kills these drums. He's amazing. That you got to smack them good so they can record good, but like wow, how big does the sound like even In Your Eye, like In Your Eyes sound, from the synths to the bass to the drums to the actual vocals, like it's a huge wall of sound. So
I gotta give credit to a couple things. One, for just like learning through the years how to get good drum sounds. And this is the first time I was fully involved in miking my own drums, recording my own drums, and that room that we have in the studio. Drums are. I always wanted to record drums in there because I knew they would sound big and they would sound like impactful in that room. But this was like the first time that I got to do it myself, because I always felt like when we would record drums at other studios, I was always chasing a sound that I couldn't get from those rooms.
You're arguing with Tex for days.
How many arguments did I
mics,
have?
So many.
with
We put a
engineers?
ribbon mic on the bass drum.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And it's like
They all know.
you can only go back and forth so much before it's just an unusable session. Right. So I was like always trying to struggle to try to make the drums sound the way I want after the fact. Instead of like those drums, I was able to get really close by just recording them the way I wanted to record them. So I think that's part of the reason why these new songs sound the way they do. But also, learning a lot. I do wish like sometimes I go back and listen to like the Back to Life EP we put out with Drex, and I'm like, man, I wish I could do those drums over again, man. Like, I know they would sound much better now, but it is what it is. But thanks, Carter.
Yeah.
Someone
No,
compliment
it can
my
be
bass playing. No, I'm just kidding.
It was pretty good.
We did all that before you got on.
Yeah.
You missed it.
I gotta go rewatch.
You can go to the videos on our Facebook page and check out the live performance of this video and hear Carter's bass solo firsthand.
Yes, there is a live version of us doing it at the City Winery in Philadelphia, which was a great show. And speaking of the City Winery, what's going on, guys?
I believe July 27th. Yours truly.
You would believe wrong. You would believe wrong.
Hooray for Steve.
Who let Steve take control of it? Let me.
This guy.
Let's go over here.
Okay.
Let's go over here now, guys. Wait, Carter. Now I'm putting them on the spot. Let's see if they know. Look, they're both looking it up.
Both looking
it up as we speak.
See,
July.
Blind confidence is the way to do it. That's how you got to go. And then
July
just-
26th. It's a Friday. Friday,
You were
July
close. You were close, Steve.
26th.
But it is the 26th of July.
City Winery.
Mark note. Marco, you're
Hey,
live on-
Marco.
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 Look at that hair,
Yeah,
bruh.
you're live.
Yeah, so
live
if you're
streaming.
Marco, what do you think? What do you think of your dad's guitar playing?
He can't hear you.
Oh.
He said, what do you think of your dad's guitar playing?
Thumbs up.
Too funny.
I got my headphones in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So July 26th, we're going to be at the City Winery in Philadelphia. For all of those watching, they want to come see us live again. If you didn't make it to the last one, it was a great show,
Yes.
man. Everybody had a great time. The house was packed.
Dawn
And-
said, when are we coming to Queens?
Queens.
We will be.
Listen, we were supposed to be at the City Winery in New York, so we're looking forward to booking that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now, we don't have anything out there. You know, talk to some people, get us out there.
Yeah.
But City Winery, Philadelphia, July 26th.
26th.
It's a Friday night this time.
No excuses.
We had
It's
a
the
bunch of people
weekend.
come out on a Thursday, a random Thursday. Oh, it was Leap Day,
It was Leap Day.
Yeah,
that's
leap
right.
day.
and
Yeah.
now we got a Friday in the summer. You guys got to come out.
Nat M. Wood said, "I've been loving you all since your first CD."
What's our first CD, Nat?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it
Which
called?
one?
Do you
Which
remember
one?
what it was called?
Because a lot of people say first CD, but the first one was definitely
Oh, what was
Definitely
it?
not a good
I don't
one.
even know what the first one was.
Terrible.
that was the name
I
of
don't
it.
know what the first
It was
one
called
was.
Terrible.
It was called Terrible.
It was called Terrible.
Nah.
Your first CD was a tape.
While we're waiting for that, I do want to touch because we never did a podcast with Grateful.
We did never do a podcast with
Right?
Grateful.
So we put out the
We
the-
did never do a
We
podcast.
did.
We did never.
we did never.
we did never. So I wanted to talk about because we put out a video
Yes, we did.
and it's doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it's got about 17,000 views, right, Carter?
17K.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
something like that.
Check that on the website.
Dawn says been a fan since Westbury Music Fair.
Yeah, we was
Wow.
outside selling
That was
CDs.
that was
I remember
that
that.
was the first CD.
Yeah,
That was the
That
first
was
CD.
the first CD.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you remember
Pop-
the name of that CD?
Pop said, was that the White Christmas? He
White Christmas.
he found us on Spotify.
Uh-huh.
So I guess there's a playlist, so it plays everything.
The ones we did with Huff. he's
Yeah,
talking about.
it plays all the Christmas music and
Yeah.
everything too. So he's been listening to Christmas music, all Jatan stuff.
Yeah, but that was definitely not the first CD.
No, he's being funny.
Oh, okay. Well, you want me to play the Grateful video?
Yeah.
All right.
So now I'm learning to walk in your steps. And through the valley of confusion, I've been losing my apprehension with death. But you said, let me lead you, let me take you by the hand. So I can feed you from a good and precious land. Now I owe it all to you, giving my heart to you, freedom becoming true. Nobody else like you, do what you promised to, and I'm so grateful for grateful for your love. And all my eyes have seen the wonders of your mystery receive. I've tasted what it means. Now nothing else is
That's a prime example of talking about stepping out when need to, because Carter destroys the bass on the end of that song, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I remember.
Oh, thank you.
I remember.
Hold on, real quick before we.
Yeah.
Because Dawn said, "Was it by the river?"
No,
Not even close.
Not even close. That was like 10 years later, almost.
Yeah, By the River was season 5.
Season 5 is your time.
Yeah, we were going over that, Carter. I said, because it was just us and Steve here at the beginning. I said, that's season 5 Jatan, because the first CD was season 1, then the second was season 2, then the EP, Say It EP was season 3, MTV, and Love Changes Things / NBC 10 show was season 4. That's when you and Steve came in at the end of season 4.
And season
5 is when you were off in college doing Platinum Mustache, and Steve was doing the casino gigs with us, and it was just us and Steve. Right. And then you came back in. So Jordan is what? Jordan's like season 6.
Yeah.
Jordan's season 6 of Jatan, because he came in to do the Freddie gig.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, listen, this is one of the longest running series in history.
That's right. We're gonna beat the Simpsons. We're gonna beat
That's
Always
right.
Sunny.
Yeah.
We're gonna
That's
beat
right.
everybody.
Yeah. But yeah,
Charging people.
Grateful was another one. Like that's also a prime example of Steve coming in and playing something, and then I was just like, I'm changing all of this.
It's so funny. It's so good. No, and you know what? I was thinking about that too, because Try, Open, and this one is just like but like you need those people. You need the people who throw the paint at the wall.
Yeah.
And then someone else sees that color and like, all right, so that's going to go in this room over here. Like I love being able to, like, because I was obviously hearing something in all of those things, but you know, having the skill to tune it, to have it, you know, fit a genre and fit outside of my Steve music world, you know, to try to make it more appeal to. But it's just fun because that inspiration comes from a Grateful Dead song that I used to play all the time when I first moved to Philly, and I was just literally messing around with it. And Jamie was like, "Check, please."
Yeah.
And
So that's how. So Grateful. That's how it started.
The story is me, Carter, and Steve were the only ones who showed up to rehearsal that day. And
it's a fun way to start the story.
We were the only ones who actually cared, and we were at rehearsal, and I was sitting on the cajon, and Steve had the acoustic guitar in his hand, and Carter had his bass, and Steve just starts playing this line. Doom, 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 doom. No, it was actually different. It was just the G to the C.
G to the C, yeah.
Doom, 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 doom. And I started just playing, like, you know, in his head that was something else. But in my head, I heard that, and I heard calypso. Yeah. Right? I heard like soca music, like calypso, and I started playing like one of those beats on the cajon. Playing that along with, and then Carter started playing this bass line along with that, and it was just like that we just started messing around with that and just playing it and just like sitting with that. And the first thing was like, yo, we've never done a song like this. And you know how we are. When we're like, we've never done a song like this, we're like, now we have to do a song like this.
That's right.
So it just started with that, and then we kind of, once we got all together, we took that and started messing around with that. And I remember the first thing we felt vocally to those changes and everything was the lead you. Yeah. That was the first thing
That's all we had for a while.
That was all we had.
Lead you.
It was called Lead You.
Song was called Lead You for the longest time. And it was really, and we, for months, probably a whole year, we were practicing it with just that G to C movement. And then I remember being in a rehearsal, and Jordan was on guitar, and he was, when we were trying to come up with, like, you wanted to do a change where we go to a section that changes the whole feel a little bit. And
right. Which is where we get the all my eyes have seen.
And then Jordan always wants to jazz up everything. So he, so he was like,
I just want to make it weird.
Jordan's like, well, we could play all these weird things, and we were like, we could take. How about we take some? Yeah, how about we do just one weird thing?
Yeah, right.
And everything else kind of cool, but not as weird.
Yeah.
And then we landed on that. And then I remember I was working on the skeleton of what the track would be, and that's when I started messing with going from the G to the C, C to the D, and then
I
it
found
changed.
the demo.
You found it?
Yeah.
Play it.
December 13, 2021. It sounds like Jordan's there.
Yeah, Jordan's there. Let me take you by the hand. Yo, that's so crazy. Good in precious land.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Like some those themes end up making their way. That's how you know it's something because.
Yeah. Well, by that point, I had like the verses. Like that's where that melody came from. That melody where, that's where that came because you didn't know it yet.
No, that's before we had anything.
For real?
Right there, we had nothing.
You sure?
We were just playing around.
This is 2 chords.
We were playing around with melodies.
I remember Jamie's just singing that melody.
Yeah.
You know, and it stuck.
Because I'm harmonizing Carter's bass line.
Yep.
Like, I'm not even playing what I play now.
Yeah.
I was just playing
Yeah.
the riff.
Yep. Yeah, that was before we had much of anything.
Yeah.
We didn't had no lyrics. We had nothing.
Maybe that's what it was. Because I think most of it was, I think I took from your melodies, like listening to
The rehearsals.
The rehearsals.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, I like that.
Mhm.
Let me use that. I like that. Like when you did
Yeah, right.
So I was like, I like that.
Mhm.
And I just wrote to all those things.
Mhm.
Jeff said how the Holy Spirit leads you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Takes you by the hand.
Yeah. Dawn said grateful. She loves Grateful, and especially my niece Viviana. Rose actually sent me a video, and I sent it to you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, her.
Yeah.
I mean, that song really has caught a wave. Like, I think a lot of people connect with that song. NPR featured it when we did a Tiny Desk version. NPR featured it, which was cool. And I think we just something else. Me and Carter were just talking about that. You know, Grateful's. I mean, look at the video. The video, we just started promoting it, and like our subscribers have doubled on YouTube just because of promoting the
Dude,
video.
you know what's so interesting? I'm thinking about this now. Like the whole Grateful part.
Yeah.
I didn't even think that was that good. Like, you know, at the end of it, at the end of that little section, you
The grateful.
well, no, like I owe it all to you.
Yeah.
But at the end of that, and I'm so grateful for. That's where we got that from.
Right. Yep.
Grateful for your
Oh,
love.
that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, and I was like, I wasn't sure about it, so I like showed it to you. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
but then you're like, yo, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Because sometimes it's like, I don't know if I like it. You know?
And then at rehearsal, we started going into the like afterwards. We're like, it's gotta get big.
Yeah,
And then we went into the grateful for your love. And I remember it wasn't until we recorded the vocals, I edited it all down, and then I showed it to you. I was like, yo, I took those Gratefuls and put a couple of them in the beginning just because it needed to set up the song.
Right.
And then I was like, yo, the song's called Grateful.
I remember that.
When titles of songs change.
Because it was just like from working on it so much and watching it evolve and then listening to it straight down and the feel of it, everything was like, yo, this is Grateful. That's what this song is.
Yeah.
It's not Lead You. We had it as Lead You for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but to be
Grateful.
honest with you, it's not. That's just a part of the story.
Right.
Like the whole thing, because the Grateful is actually, it's just like a father, right? Or you could say parents. Like
You getting deep?
you
again?
can be very unappreciative of the people who came before you
Yeah.
and laid the foundation and built the house and did all these things for you, and you're just used to taking advantage of what they did, all the things they did.
Right.
You're not you
You're
have
not-
no
you're not
you have no
grateful.
respect.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. You have no you're not grateful.
Right.
You know, and
Sounds like this nation right now.
Ooh, get him,
kinda
get him, get him, Chang.
Here we go.
It kind of does, but that awe part, like in awe, my eyes have seen. That's the grateful part, right?
Yeah.
In awe, in appreciation.
And I didn't know that that's what you were saying until you told me.
Yeah, you were like, and
Because I thought it was
my
like,
eyes.
and oh, like,
Yeah.
like
Me too. I didn't know.
I thought it was just like, oh my eyes, I've seen
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
like an emotion, you
Right.
know, like
Yeah.
I didn't know you were saying in awe.
Yeah.
My eyes have seen. Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, because it's literally like you can't see it unless you're grateful. You won't, and we always say this, like that's that study of you can't be grateful
and anxious.
and
anxious
anxious
at the same time.
You can't be complaining and be grateful
Yep.
at the same time. So you can't. It's literally in awe. You can't see really what's going on
Right.
if you're complaining, you're anxious, you're scared. You know, you're trying because now you're working in fear. You know what I mean? You're working in anxiety, right?
Right.
You're working in survival. You know, but when you
Working so hard
For
our survival.
That's right. Full circle.
I look to the time with you. So then you change it.
Yeah.
Right? You have to change it. I look to the time with you in your eyes. So even that song is a play off of humbling ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and recognizing, wait.
Without a noise. Without a noise.
right.
Yeah.
Without my pride.
Without
Yeah.
my pride.
Yeah.
Reach out from the inside.
on the inside.
The inside.
Yeah.
That lyric, I always,
You know-
I always love that lyric. Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside.
Yeah.
What you got to say,
You
Carter?
you know what was a humbling experience for Grateful, going back to that. And I'm trying to see, and somebody remind me. This might have been around that December demo time, but I remember sitting there and all of the band, all of us
miserable.
in there for two. I was just playing those 3 chords for 2 hours straight. While people were like, you know, it's the opposite. Usually, like we play, we're figuring out our parts and practicing while like Jake and Moon are sitting there like, okay, like, come on, like we have the song already, we know what we're doing. And this time we were just like looping. We were like a tape player looping
Yeah.
for 2 hours.
Yeah, the chord structure
like,
came real quick.
And I was just like, okay. And after like the first 45 minutes, I'm like, I gotta take a break, guys. And like, it's coming. You gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You know, that's really the process. It was fun though. It was just it's a fun vibe though. But I just wanted to bring that part of this songwriting process up.
That is funny
No.
because I remember those rehearsals, but it is interesting because when you look back on like you always have to push through those moments when we're writing. Like there's always those moments where it's like, all right, where is this going? You know, we had those moments with the song that we're working on now, Where You Are. Like we had those moments where we're like, what is this? Like, what is happening?
I
Right?
remember we struggled. We struggled a few times trying to put it somewhere else.
Yes.
And having said that, the inspiration of this one is like kind of out of thin air. The original demo for this one, I just turned my phone on. It's 14 minutes long.
You're talking about Grateful?
I'm
Where
talking
You Are.
about Where You Are. Yeah.
This song that we're
Newer,
working
newer.
on
We're
next.
working on now, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing it. I remember hearing it. I'm like, this is sometime get to the phone, I record.
Yeah.
And even that song, like trying to figure out where it goes, and then even now where it is to where it was, like I feel it's a labor of love. Like, of course it's annoying. Of course it's tedious. Of course you've played the same chord progression for 2.5 hours. But in that, you know, that thick of music monotony, inspiration comes. You know, the
Yeah.
ability to find what you've been looking for. Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong chord. Oh, wait, what'd you do?
Yeah.
And then that the B section shows up. Like,
Right.
you love and dread those moments because in that struggle comes victory.
And even that song in particular, like that was just weren't you playing open like in a different way?
Yeah, I was.
And then it just sparked this whole different song because he just was playing it. He was playing the changes from open a different way.
But way different. I like different tempo style.
Yeah.
I was like, if it was just me on stage, how would I?
His dream he has, Steve's dream he has every night, where he steps out on stage and it's just him
It's
in
just
a cape,
me and the
a giant piano.
giant piano everywhere.
It wouldn't be as fun.
No, it would
Right?
not. No.
Nah.
Because there's something
Yeah.
when you come together
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and you make you're connecting, you're joining together.
yeah,
You know, like you said, Steve, we're playing these songs over and over again, right? We're playing, or you're just playing the chords,
Yeah.
going through these loops, but we don't know where this song's going.
right.
No.
We don't know what this is exactly. We
Yeah.
don't know what it's about. And just to see how it starts to form, you know, starts to shape.
Take shape. Yeah,
Like, I love that.
me too.
That's
For me, I love that, and then I love we take that and now we have to present it to people.
yeah.
And see its impact on stage. And think about it, like Grateful has become one of the better show songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has.
For sure.
But those moments where we were able to perform it in front of 10,000 people in South Africa,
Crazy.
like that was one of those moments for me where I was on stage like, yo, I can't believe we're doing this song right now. Like knowing where it came from and their reaction to it, and then being able to document that and now have a video that shows those like that. To me, that is like seeing all that stuff manifest is just amazing.
I am in awe.
In awe, yeah, you're grateful
In
for
awe.
it, right?
Yeah, I'm so grateful.
And think about it. Before we even knew we were going to be doing those songs on the trip, what did we keep saying? We're great. We got to be grateful. We got to be grateful because there were so many bad things happening before we went, trying to keep us almost making us not want to
didn't
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost didn't go.
And then we're like, yo, grateful. We just kept singing it. Grateful. A lot of those clips that I used of us singing grateful, just walking around, was because that's what we were doing. We were just walking around grateful, grateful, to remind ourselves.
Yeah, it's a mind shift.
Yeah.
I was in my basement, and I've had like, I just talked. I had somebody come into my house because we had crazy flooding, right?
Yeah.
Somebody come in to do foundation work, in my basement, and dude, my basement flooded like never before.
Wow.
Right. So I had water everywhere. I'm vacuuming out this water, and I'm like praying, like, God, help me with this. Like,
Yeah.
I felt overwhelmed, right? But then I said, wait, no, I'm grateful that I have this house that I can deal with this. That I can. It totally changed my perspective in that moment. Like, no, I'm grateful. I'm thankful that I even have this house, that I can have this problem to overcome this problem, right? And then you take it like it's actually not that big of a deal. But if you're focused on it and you're anxious about it, like, what am I going to do? You know, it's a totally different shift in your mind.
Yeah.
So like taking that into our lives every day, you know, this mantra of grateful.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's why the merch is so great. That's why I tell people, like, you just wearing this could change someone's perspective. You just wearing a hat that says grateful on it, like Moan has right there in the shot. Like, someone who's not thinking in that way, them seeing that could shift them.
Yeah.
Reminder, like, yeah.
And every time I post the word, I always say for all of it.
Yes.
Because it's easy to be grateful
For
the
good
pay
things.
raise. It's easy
Yeah.
to be grateful for the new car. But is it easy to be grateful for the flooded basement? Is it easy to be grateful for the trials and tribulations that trip you up at work, that trip you up, you know, your
Preach.
family? Like, the idea is to find the joy in the struggle.
Rejoice, yeah.
You know, to be grateful for, and you know, I talk about the music. You know, being a musician, being an artist, is that if it was easy, they wouldn't call it a dream. They call it that thing that everybody does all the time, and we don't do it all the time. And in that struggle, in that down in the dumps, holding on to that gratefulness, accepting the grace that is given, you know, is immenses the journey, immenses our music, immenses the interaction with the world around you, with your loved ones. Like the ability to just be thankful and grateful for all of it is a struggle, but in that struggle, you can do nothing but win from it. And
Yeah, you can be like, I got to deal with these kids.
yeah,
Or I get to deal with these kids.
deal with these
Yeah.
kids.
You know, I get to deal with these kids.
That's right.
But you guys were talking about it like it's a struggle to go and play chords over and over and over again and go through rehearsal and right. But
grind
through
it
that
out.
struggle, something comes out of
That's
it,
right.
right?
That's right.
Something beautiful comes out of it. That's
Right.
the point. Like beauty is not in the outer appearance, you know, so to speak. Like it's not in trying to make yourself up and look like something. It's in the struggle, and that's the story. The story is in the deep struggle that you had to go through, where stuff comes out of that struggle.
That's
the
Darling. You just
beauty.
described what Darling's about right there. That's crazy. We got any comments to read real quick before we wrap up?
Jeffrey said, "Hey Jake, where is that in Proverbs that says you can't run with the foot soldiers? What are you gonna do on the day of the chariots?"
Oh yeah, I don't even know.
Dropping knowledge.
I don't even know.
All right. Well, let's.
We have cars now, so we can just get in the car. And
Yeah, we do.
Drive off
Yep.
in my car.
Drive off in my car.
oh,
In my car.
we were
Yeah,
just-
but
you guys
whichever
know your
way I
wife.
go, I come back
That's right.
to the place you are.
Place you are.
All right. So Jordan, Carter, y'all
Oh,
have anything y'all want to say before we get out of here?
Real quick, that's not Proverbs. It's Jeremiah.
Okay.
Jeremiah 12.
Nice.
Okay.
But
there
he
you go.
he kind of said it right. Yeah.
There you go, Jeff. Jeremiah 12. You guys want to
like
wrap
that,
up on
though.
anything?
Yeah. Go check out our new awesome version of In Your Eyes. Go check out the music video for Grateful and Travel Soulfully.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, I gotta give a quick shout out though once again to Wendy Rollins for all of her
Yes.
support and her
Thank you,
being
Wendy.
the reason that we even started doing the song, and her just being a dope individual from the Philly scene who kind of saw something in us before anyone else did. And we hope Peter Gabriel enjoys this song too, our version of. We hope we did it justice. And let's play it one more time before we get out of here.
I like that.
I just want to say thank you to all those because I don't even want to call you guys fans, but supporters, people who
Yeah.
have supported us. Dude, it's been like 20 years.
Yeah.
Bro, she's talked about
You know?
Westbury Music
Yeah,
Fair.
Dawn.
Yeah,
Like
Dawn.
that was 20 years, over 20
That
years.
was
Yeah.
21 years ago.
21 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Dawn loves us. She said, "Love you guys."
Wow.
Love you too.
Yeah.
It was great tuning in for the 2 hours. Made my night hearing all you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
So
all your
yeah, we
music.
appreciate that, man. We appreciate the people who have stuck with us and are just loyal.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see people grow up, see their kids grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Just to
is.
see how
Yeah. It's
life
pretty
goes
awesome.
on and people grow.
All right, let's play the song one last time and we'll wrap it up. Steve, you want mind hitting that?
Not at all.
Just double click the the other one. Yep. Exclusive. Pew, 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 pew.
He has a noises.
New Jersey.
Mama Smooth said, "What's up, Stevie Steve?"
Oh, that's Gwen. That's
I get so lost
the lady from American Airlines.
sometimes. Days pass, and this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. accepting all I've done and said. I wanna stop and stare again till there's nothing left of me. Oh, it remains all in your eyes. Whatever comes and goes, I will hear your silent call. I will touch these tender walls till I'm whole again. In your eyes, oh, in your oh yeah, oh
All right. Listen, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight as we streamed. We did this little live stream for our release. Listen, go stream that on all the platforms. Blow that song up. Send it to everybody that you know. Make a little video overlaying it over the Say Anything video if you want to. But yeah, get the merch. Support us. Help us out, guys. And thanks, Jordan and Carter for calling in, man. We appreciate that. Sad that we couldn't get everybody in here for this one, but next time we got some more music coming out. But yeah, we appreciate everybody. We love you guys. Don't forget, we got a show coming up July 26th at the City Winery in Philadelphia. We want to see everybody out there. It's going to be a great time, and yeah, we'll see you guys with the next one, man. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye.